Hello everyone, Assalamu alaikum. Today we have Aymaan Arib, one of our students at English Foundation School. We are going to talk about how was 2021 and how will be 2022. So just we are going to talk about 2 years. Aymaan Arif, would you please introduce yourself first?
Hello everyone, Assalamu alaikum. I am Aymaan Arib Ahmed from English Foundation School. Today I am here with our Honorable Muhammad Ali Sir to give an interview about, to talk about and discuss about the how we spent 2021 and how we are going to spend 2021 inshallah. So hope you guys will be there with us until the end. Keep enjoying. Thank you.
Okay, and would you please tell us where are you from?
I am from Sylhet
And
and
what do you study?
live in
Where do you study?
I am currently studying in Jalalabad Cantonment Public School and College, but in Boteshwar in Sylhet, in
Okay.
10th grade.
And you are learning English with us at English Foundation School. Okay. So, first question, how was 2021 to you?
2021,
For you, it was for you. Actually, how you passed this, I would like to tell it was a tragic year. As it was going through a lot of problems in our country, not only in our country, all over the world. So how was this year for you?
first of all, I want to thank Almighty Allah Ta'ala because I didn't face any kind of tragedy. First of all, my grandparents, I mean my grandmother and grandfather both were attacked by the coronavirus, affected by the coronavirus. And my grandfather went to a very serious condition. He was admitted to the hospital and for kind of 10 days. And when he recovered from the virus, he told us that, I was nearly to death. I was nearly going to die, and somehow I escaped from that. So it was a kind of horrible situation, but Alhamdulillah didn't cause any serious tragedy. And for me personally, without a tragedy, the year was full of sadness for me because suddenly awkward situation. I was kind of a sporty person in my home because I am actually going to play in school every day, and then in the afternoon I'm playing football. Suddenly, all of a sudden, everything stands still. So this is that was kind of a hard, saddening feeling for me.
Yeah,
Without that,
yeah,
it was
yeah.
good.
uh, though I could hear from your aunt, she informed me that your grandparents were affected by coronavirus. I came to
Yes,
know, and a lot of people had been suffering from this serious disease. Uh, not only in our country, all over the world. Alhamdulillah, that Allah has saved us from this kind of dangerous and what should I say? It's one of the most fearful disease that we ever seen, right?
yes, sir.
So Alhamdulillah, once again, Allah saved us, and still we are alive. A lot of people already passed away, right?
Yes, a lot of my relatives, but not so much close relatives, but kind of, like my mother's aunt's daughter, kind of that three persons died left away, and one was yesterday.
Uh, I knew there are some people I knew who were suffering from this chronic disease, and although they have been cured after a period of time, but when they were they were undergoing this disease, they were in a horrible situation, and the families, and when we used to ask them over phone, and we were not allowed to go there, we were not allowed to go their home to just we used to talk over phone, and they used to inform us using phone or social media. We were connected, and we used to inform, update information, and we used to learn about their situation. but it was the hardest situation for us as well. Our beloved person has been suffering from a disease, but we are not allowed to go there, and we cannot meet with them. Actually, in our country, when someone is suffering from any disease like fever, if our parents or if our kid and kin or someone else, if we have any relationship with someone, then if they fallen ill, then we go there, and it's our tradition. And from there are some compulsory from our religion as well. It is obligatory in our religion as well. We go to see the people, ailing people, we serve them, we took something for them, we take something for them to visit while visiting them. So this is our cultural tradition. As well as Muslim, we also do this. But when we used to hear about someone's illness, we couldn't even visit a single time, for a single time, their house. Just we have to take information using social media or phone. It was very painful experience that we have ever experienced one, right?
Yes, sir.
So
Sure.
not only you, like you and me, a lot of people had been undergoing this kind of situation in the past year. A lot of pathetic scenes we have seen. So, what about your progress about your study? Actually, it was yeah, you had a lot of opportunity to study because you couldn't go to your college, and you couldn't do anything outside. You couldn't play as well, you couldn't mix with your friend. So you had a lot of time to spend for your study, whatever you study in this year.
First of all, sir, horrible, simply horrible. And if I want to add something else extra, the factor of going to school. Firstly, whenever went to school before the COVID-19 pandemic, I thought school is nothing, just formality to go. Because what are we doing? We are just wasting the time. Sometimes the teacher is coming, sometimes not. Sometimes we are going to the ground and bunking the classes. So we are not studying regularly. Now the COVID-19 pandemic taught me what actually school is. It's not just a mere formality. It is just like something which keeps you pushing. It's like it's always making you stay after scheduled thing, a scheduled routine. So without that school, my study simply went down drastically. And for 1 year, I almost didn't touch my book, and they were like newly bought precious pieces. And after 1 year, when my school suddenly opened, when the government decided to open the school out of nowhere told that you are going to have to go give exams. Because and to back up those, they said that we took online classes, and the online classes are of horrible qualities, because out of 65 students, only 2 to 3 persons joined. So you can know how the
Right, right.
quality is. So I mean, horrible experience. And suddenly
We,
they
we are
started to
also going through this experience in our online class. We started with 12 students, but finally we are getting only three or four guys are joining.
yes, sir. You
Yeah,
know, yeah, the thing is true that sometimes when you get something new, it's like a precious metal. But when the day keeps on going, you have nothing. You don't even care about this. So coming back to my answer, yeah, suddenly the school started to say I have to give exams. So exams were also horrible, very bad. And now our school started to take classes, offline class, not the online classes. But to do 1.5 hour of offline class, I have to travel half hour to the school and travel half hour back to my home. So you can easily understand it's just pure waste of time. So most of the times, if the school is open for 20 days, I may be there present there for 5 to 6 days. That's going on.
yeah.
And still
Ex-
now I'm in the field.
Most of the in terms of most of the students, this is This was happened and still happening. Those who were not used to learn anything for a long time, 1 or 2 year long time, they couldn't study, they didn't go to school, and they didn't learn anything, and now they are fighting to learn. Almost most of the students inform me that it is very hard for us to study, to get it in our brain, in our mind, because we think that we are not used to studying. And some
Yes,
student told me that, sir, it is very hard for us, like I'm going to learn something for first time. This is happening.
yes, I, of course.
Yeah, most of the cases, but when they will start once again, then it will be disappearing. This problem will be disappearing within very short time, no problem. But what do you think? A lot of time you had, you couldn't study and you couldn't go out. So where have you spent this so much time?
Sir, to my utter frustration, I have to state that most of the time, almost 90% of the time, was wasted without any purpose.
How how
And
how 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 have you wasted your time? In
you
which
know,
way?
I'm smiling, but inside I'm feeling the pain. 1 year of my life, just it was wasted. Because first of all, the shock of coronavirus. Because when it came, almost 5 to 6 months, we needed to cope. We need the time to cope up with it. And after we coped up, it was nearly October, November. So the school is kind of getting closed, and we are getting our winter vacation or something like that, various vacations. So I went to Dhaka, and when I went to Dhaka, I spent there 2 months, and then came back to Sylhet. So it was already January. Then maybe from April, maybe the school opened. Maybe, I'm not sure. So from that day, I started going to school, and as I mentioned earlier, school only for 2 periods. So that was the school, the studies. No, nothing happened with that. 0%, yeah, 0% progression. Playing advanced, but not the physical or outdoor games. I was kind of became addicted with mobile games, and also, addicted with mobile games and addicted with the scoldings of my parents, because mobile games and scoldings are directly proportional to each other. Whenever I was using the mobile phone, every time my dad walked around and said, I will crash your phones. You are of no purpose. You rather go to the tea store and sell teas, etc.
Exactly.
etc. He said me that go and pull a rickshaw. At least do something rather than playing games. So it was horrible experience. You are playing game, but the pleasure is for a moment of time. It's temporary, because after that there's gonna come and beat you up or scold you and etc happening. And every single time I used to touch the phone for more than 1.5 hours or 2 hours. At that day, I don't think I have ever seen my mother or father smile at me at that day. So nothing to do. Now I am going to outdoor games and playing football. Now my parents are okay with me that now I'm touching the phone regularly for 1 or 2 hours. And second way I passed my time was my the noon time. My mom always told me that don't waste your time. At least lie down in your bed, and we had a Bluetooth speaker. So she turned on the speaker and gave some Islamic wa'azes, of Azhari Mufti Meng Zakir Naik and Noman Ali Khan. Recently, he is becoming so popular. So she was just always turning those on, and that what made me more accompanied with Islamic knowledge, just because of the work my mother did at that time. This is how I spend my day, and most of the time I spend watching TV, playing games, or without my will, I had to listen to Islamic lectures at that time. Now I listen in my choice, from my choice. This is how I spend my day, and
Uh,
online for 3 hours.
yeah, I got a lot of allegations from the guardians of the students while I used to take your classes. Sometimes they used to give some allegations like, uh, you are taking class and your student is using Facebook. And that's why I used to ask everybody to start their video. But most of the cases, they didn't do so. They turned their video off and they used to use Facebook, and they used to use play different games. So uh, I used to advise, I used to tell the guardians that please sit behind them when they're on the class, so that I can monitor and you can also watch them whether they are doing the right thing or they're abusing it. So this was one kind of problems. Now already the schools are open and students are already have started going to the schools, colleges, and normal situation everything is going to be normalized. So uh, I'm going to ask you another question about the things you were supposed to do but you couldn't do. Is there anything like that?
Yeah, sadly, the list is huge,
Yeah.
very huge. First of all, I had a dream of making apps, coding and making softwares. So I was like really determined. I will learn coding this year. This time is my time. I don't know what happened. After 2 to 3 days of hard work in coding, suddenly I lost my way. Now, secondly, I wanted to. I wanted to become an Islamic speaker. So, you know, almost in 24 hours, I spent 8 to 9 hours in watching Islamic videos, and especially English ones like Jakinak and Mufti Menk and Noman Ali Khan. Yeah, it went good, but after in a course of time, I also left those. Then I also I
Did you
started writing.
initiate? Did you initiate to speak or make a video, or did you initiate to do something like that? What did you do for becoming a lecturer or becoming a person that you were like to be? You were supposed to be.
I started making YouTube videos, not giving lectures, but making the videos, audio records of Dr. Zakinek or Mufti Menk. And also, I used to write Islamic, songs. And I also used to cut important phrases or the summarization of speeches and post in my YouTube channel. So it was going on like that until I understood that this is not going to bring me views. So I stopped that there. And currently, I am also working on English, Islamic English song. I'm writing. Today, I wrote in almost 8 to 9 lines.
Okay,
Inshallah, I will
we
post.
will hear from you a poem.
Uh, yes, sir. I can make you hear that. I have to
Okay,
search for
so
that.
no problem. I will give you time to find it out.
Then 1 minute, sir. Okay.
Okay, okay.
Uh, one is that I wrote about moms or mother in the whole world in Mother Day.
Okay, that sounds good.
Okay, so first I'm gonna recite that Mother's Day poem. I don't think it's good, sir. Okay, so just
Okay, no problem.
okay. So it's actually a song without any music, but I'm just reciting it. Okay, because
Okay,
I don't
okay.
have the time to sing. So when I was 5 years old, to Mama I was a piece of gold. I fell inside a trauma when I thought I lost my mama. She fell ill in cancer. I thought my lifetime was cancelled by God. She went to the Apollo, leaving my heart in a hollow. While leaving, she was crying. That 5 years boy was trying, requesting the tears to stop. The tears replied no. And it was like mother and son, crying from dusk till dawn. His mama couldn't leave him, but she was a cancer victim. So she had to go to the hospital to treat before it gets fatal. So Mama left her son with eyes in tears, and it was harder than it appeared. So leaving all crying, my mama left, with the fear of losing us due to death. At that time, my heart was fully blank. Like in an open field, it was just like wooden planks. My maternal aunt came and calmed me down, saying, Mama will come back, don't have any doubt. From that day, I understood what is Mama. If you lose her, you will be inside a trauma. Because she is like a huge banyan tree, giving you peaceful shadow fully for free. She also stays with you as a fruit tree, providing foods for you when you are hungry. Remember kids in your life when you fire. The guest is your mama that you always hire. And if you guys became beautiful flowers, remember mama is the plastic who gave you these colors. Thank you.
Awesome, awesome, mashallah, excellent. I pray for you. Did you ever try to publish your poems?
No, not yet, sir, because I have wrote almost five to six. One I also wrote about racism, and I posted that in the YouTube with music because at that time I wasn't concerned that Islam doesn't allow music. So with music, and it almost crossed 584 views. For a small YouTuber like me, it's huge. So and it was getting comments from different kind of countries. And my mom says, "Mashallah, you have got a talent to write poems and songs." And I keep on writing. It's my passion. I also write diary. I
Keep
have
doing,
a big
keep doing, keep doing. That's very good. And these habits will help you to improve your English, improve your language skill as well. And if you can be a good writer, then it's a great. And but if you can't be a good writer, but you will be somewhere, something. You will be able to reach at a destination in your destination or very close to your destination if you keep trying. It will certainly be helpful for you in the future, so keep doing this. And your poem was astonishing, awesome to me.
thank you.
Frankly speaking, the things uh, the things that you draw, that you drew here, the picture that you drew here, I mean the depicted scenario in your poem really touched me. Thank you very much. Now I would like to ask you another question about the things that you could do in the pandemic situation. You tried and you had been able to do. You tried and became able to do, and you become successful doing that. What the things that you have been able to do?
Right, exactly at this moment, I can remember of 3 points. I will touch one by one. First of all, I'm gonna tell about first. Let's start with the least one. So it's the sports. In my home, I went to my native home that's in Nobinagar Brahmanbaria. There I have an open space, and almost 4 to 5 hours I used to practice football and pass to the wall, and the ball bounced back from the wall to me like this, boring, but still what. Suddenly, when I came to select and play, I saw a huge impact on my playing style. So I want to say to everyone watching this live, watching this record, that even if you think the work is boring, just keep on doing that because in some way, it is helping you. So whenever you brush the floor, brush it in such a way that no one can do it better than you. So I learned it from my experience. Secondly, I said, yeah, my religion. What happened to my religion is due to staying in my home, away from studies and academic purposes from schools, and also mixing with friends. I am not saying my friends are bad. Alhamdulillah, they are very good. But I'm saying that I was not wasting my time with friends. So all the time I was sitting in a home. And as I said you, my mom always used to play the Islamic lectures in the noon time. So it kind of started to touch me day by day, and suddenly, certain at a someday it reached this level. And suddenly I found a change in me. Suddenly I acknowledged or realized, what am I doing actually? Why is there are no fun and no happiness in my life? Yeah, there is happiness that I'm playing, I'm talking with my friends. But as I was in the corona situation, that everything was off. So I kind of started to feel depressed. No playing, no outdoor fun, no socialization. Everything is closed. And suddenly, by time and time, I used to realize different things. And then I compared myself with the other evenings or other, teenagers. And sadly, horrible situation in our country right now. So that's something hurt me and touched my heart very much. That if I were to go in that track, then suddenly there's destruction and downfall for me in my life. So I started to, go deeper and deeper. Yeah, I was a Muslim, but Muslim and being a practicing Muslim is the same. This is what I realized from Corona virus.
Right, exactly.
Because I am a Muslim, okay, but I am a Muslim and I'm watching, TV serials. I'm watching music. I'm
We can
watching English
everything
movies.
do by name Muslim. My father was Muslim, my grandparents were Muslim, and this is why I'm Muslim. There is a
Yeah,
belief in our country.
yeah,
But
yeah.
the
So
person who is practicing Islam, who is practicing all the rules and regulations in Islam, then only we can give the term of Muslim. But everyone using this term or
yes,
without understanding or understanding, I don't know.
they are Muslim. Okay, I pray 5 times, but what about? No, I am not saying that we must follow the sunnah. We should, but it's not we must. But what about the what is the for this? We are still watching TV. We are listening to music, which is totally haram, and watching we are watching in Pohela Boishak or etc. etc. Now I am saying this in public, so I shouldn't go ahead. You know what I'm trying to say. So etc. etc. And in the TV there are dance, yeah, dance, decent dance, but still it's dance. So what we have grew our mentality is, yeah, music, dance, okay, if it's in a decent level. But in a hadith I saw in Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, a time will come when my ummah will take music, adultery, and usury as normal, as a normal way
Everything
of.
everything will seem to be normal, but actually they are not normal. They are haram, they're restricted, they are forbidden in Islam. But everything will be done, or everyone will do this. They seem to be everything is okay. Everything is okay. They are allowed in Islam. Yes, like that. Everything is happening like that.
Yes, sir. And a major step in my life was leaving music. So I'm gonna share how I left music. Suddenly I came across a video of Dr. Zakir Naik that music is haram. I clicked on that, being excited. Okay, I want to see what's going on. He told these, etc. things. So, okay, I'm interested. I went to another video, Mufti Mang. Now, he's also saying the same things. Come on, leave on music. Because what Mufti Mang said is, you are listening to the song La 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 and you're moving your body, you're dancing like this. It's totally against practicing Muslim. And also, when you are in this salah, you are doing this, singing songs. You're not practically singing songs, but in your brain, it's playing. And I know it plays because when I used to
Natural.
listen to
It's
music,
natural. Very natural.
yeah, it's natural. So that was something really shook me hard. That yeah, it was disturbing my salah, it was disturbing my lifestyle, and it kind of gives you extra adrenaline in your body, and you kind of feel pumped up. You don't feel a religious mind, etc. So first, how I gave up music was deleted all the music from my music playlist. Went to YouTube and downloaded, yeah, Abdul Rahman Al Osi. His recitation was very beautiful. So first I started with that. With time going, I really felt the necessity of music because I was addicted. So after a week or so, I again downloaded, and it was bad. So and even for 1 month I listened. After that, suddenly a religious feeling came to me, and I deleted all of this. Now what I did, I went to YouTube and searched for Islamic Nash. They are group supplementary for Islam for music. Not they are not music themselves, but they give a feeling of music. They give a feeling of joy inside. So I replaced them with nasheeds, replaced the music with nasheeds, and was having a very good time with those. Suddenly, not very long that I came to know that the beatboxing or the sounds made by mouth are also haram. Then I had to leave all those beatboxings also. Now I am okay with only nasheeds without any vocals and Quran recitation. Now I am okay with it. I don't even want to listen music. Even if the TV is playing and music is going on, I have developed a feeling that the music, I kind of hate this. Previously, I was addicted. Whenever there was music, I went there. But now I am kind of repulsed from that. So it was music. An English movie. First of all, I think English movie, yeah, good for learning English. But the way that the civilization of the Western civilization is going on, they are just
It's
making
not
them
for us.
very.
I think it's not for us because
Yes, sir. It's
uh,
just it's not our culture. It's not our culture
yeah,
because they are
our
just kind of.
cultures doesn't go. Our cultures don't go with that, and that's why we shouldn't watch these videos, and it will demoralize us.
Demoralize, and the most important thing is the instigations are 1.1 millimeter, 1 centimeter of instigation is enough. So, and it's totally haram because simply nobody is wearing hijab. None of that,
And
most of the top.
there are a lot of ways to develop our listening skill. If you listen a lot of audio
Yes, sir.
podcast is more helpful than watching movies. Or
If the Muslims watch English lectures of Mufti Noman Ali Khan, Dr. Zakir Naik, etc., etc., they
yeah,
are easily developing their English. There is no need to go to English movies.
right, right.
There is no need.
So now I would like to ask you, what suggestions would you like to give to those who are your similar age or your junior in this regard? You got back from a path that was unjust to you, right? And to everyone, I think those who are Muslims, everyone think like that. So, what suggestions do you want to give those who are addicted this sort of things?
First of all, I want to say, I want to give you an example. Suppose there is a clean road, very clean road, okay, and you are walking by the road and you are eating a chewing gum. So you are done with it. You are gonna throw that chewing gum in the road. What you are gonna feel? Your heart is gonna pinch you up and say, "Don't push, don't throw that in the road because the road is very very clean." You aren't gonna throw. Imagine the second scenario where the road is very much dusty and very bad and smell it. You are eating a chewing gum. What about the chewing gum? You can also throw the packet, the whole thing in the road, and not gonna feel even a single inch of any feeling. Why? Because the road is already dirty. Making a dirtiest doesn't care for you because it's already dirty. Similarly, our mind. When we take that music or other stuff, watching English movie is clean, why will we even feel the necessity of leaving them? We won't. So first, I would recommend keep on watching Islamic movies first. First thing, sorry, Islamic lectures, very important. And secondly, don't leave even a waqt of salah. It's very important because the only connection with Allah. When you are watching movies, when you are singing songs, listening songs, you are away from Allah. But when you come to prayers, the only connection you have left. Because I'm sure, pretty much sure, you're not even praying to Allah, oh Allah, help me. Then you are listening to songs and dancing, partying. So first of all, I want to say just question your mind every single time. What am I doing? Is it going to take me the right path? And even I can assure you, your mom and dad won't like you listening to music and watching English movies all the time.
Right.
So just think what mom and dad wants. And for me, what works is just constantly being with Islam, not necessarily practicing them every single day, but be with that. Be with that for days and days. I want to give you an example. Suppose you are telling your mom, suppose everybody loves your mom, he's your mom. Suppose you don't love, but every single day, 100 day, 200, 300, 1,000 days, you are keep on saying, Mom, I love you, Mom, I love you, despite not loving her, but still keep on saying. One day, suddenly, you will love. You will. That's what I am trying to say. Just keep yourself attached with those Islamic stuff. Not necessarily you have to do it right now. Just try to be attached with that and keep on reducing. If you used to listen music for 3 hours, make it 1 hour. I'm not saying that keep on 1 hour. It's not good. It's almost of course haram, but still, if you can give up absolutely, just here 1 hour instead of 2 hours.
Don't you think that environment matters a lot in this regard? And
Yes,
a lot of
absolutely.
friends, though, all a lot of friends with whom you are mixing, all are addicted to, like this, but you are trying to get rid of it. Is it sometimes difficult or very it's not easy actually coming out from this situation if the friend circle are not like-minded?
Very tough,
So,
actually very tough.
what can you do in this regard? What the students can do in this regard? Do you think you think according to your perspective?
As I mentioned earlier, that I was away from school and friends, so I was full lonely time on myself and with my God. So I don't think nowadays, now teenagers will get that time because schools has opened and friends. So what I can assure them, or I can suggest them, is the previous method. Just keep on attaching yourself and just try to keep yourself away from sins. What we think. What we think is that okay, I'm not listening to music. I'm not listening to music. It's just only not letting me sin. But it's not giving me any reward because I'm not doing any good thing. I'm just leaving the sin. But when you watch Islamic videos again and again, what I have done, or I have acknowledged, once in a video I saw that leaving a scene for the sake of Allah is a huge, huge reward, is a huge, huge vibe. Huge, huge, reward and a good deed. So whenever you're going to sing, just remember, okay, just leave this for once. Okay, leave this one once, and I'm getting a huge reward because I'm leaving it for the sake of Allah. And always keep on praying, and always keep on praying. Oh Allah, guide me like that, guide me back, guide me back. That's the only thing I want from you. And I can assure you, lots of teenagers won't be even able to say, "Oh Allah, just destroy my phones and all the nasty things I'm doing in the phones, the things I'm watching on the TV, the music. Oh Allah, please get those away from me." He won't be able to pray because he's so much attracted to those that he doesn't
Yeah,
even have the enough faith on Allah that if I get rid of the music, the mobile, the TV, how am I gonna live? So he doesn't even pray, and that's how he's going away, away, and away. So I just want to say, pray, and stay
yeah,
attached.
yeah. Beside praying, and you have to be committed to you. When someone tries to get something that is valuable, that is desired, like you want to get a plus in the exam, and if you just pray to Allah, Allah, please give me a plus, it is not enough. But of course, you have to pray, and then you have to try. You have to try as much as it needs, right? According
Yes,
to the necessary, you have to try it. It's like this, you are doing something, you are habituated with something that is not just. You have to be your realization should be like that. You have understood that these things are not just. We have to quit it. We have to quit it, this thing. And I have to be habituated to something that will be helpful for me, like Islamic religious activities, and like reciting Quran, Hadith, and watching, listening, this sort of things. Like a lot of videos and audios are available, and a lot of Islamic literatures are available. So if you study this, if you create an environment where you are finding your friends, those who are practicing Muslims, and where you are learning things which are very important for your life, and you are leading your life to the way of Islam, and you are praying to Allah, oh Allah, please guide us. Only then we can lead ourselves to the righteous way. Otherwise our environment, our environment in the school, in my neighbors, in the neighborhood, everywhere, everything always tries us to get involved there on un-Islamic, or what is not just in Islam. This sort of things we are involving. It's very easy to involve this sort of, in this sort of activities, in this sort of things, but getting out from this is very tough for us, as we don't have a good environment, Islamic environment. So if we want to ensure Islamic environment in the future, then we have to take initiative right now. Our young generation should be protected. Okay. So thank you very much for your concern about yourself and about the young generation, and you're getting back from this sort of bad things. It's really appreciating and will encourage the young generation as well. So this is the last
Sir,
question. Okay, okay.
sir, can I? Yes, sir. Sir, first of all, I wanted to tell you that, the thing that I felt, those were bad. In the social eye, these are not really bad because listening to music in our country is not
Exactly.
really
It's
bad.
normal matter.
Yeah, so when realizing that those things are bad is the hardest matter in life. So
Yeah.
that's what I want to, yeah.
it,
And
it
sir,
it has to be understood that the things are not really important for me, and
yes,
this thing lead us to do something which are really will lead me to the will help me to go to docs actually.
yes, sir. And we have to always constantly remind ourselves about the torments of hell and punishments. And also, parents play a very important role. Parents,
Yeah, hereafter
they
is
play a
important
big
matter here. Yeah. So what is your plan for 2022? This is the last thing, last question for you.
Yes, sir. Sadly, the discussion is going to end. And so, last question, I will try to elongate that as much as I can. First of
Okay,
all,
but you will
first,
not be allowed to talk more than 5 minutes. We have only 5 minutes to talk.
I didn't see so much for one question. 2 minutes is
Okay.
enough. So, first of 2021, I have so many plans. But the thing which is, eating up all those plans is the SSC 2022. So, it's kind of, causing me a great havoc because, as I mentioned earlier, I haven't studied a single page in the first year. And 2021 also was a, scattered thing. So, I am feared and, scared about the exam. And besides that, I am keeping on writing, poems and songs, nasheed, etc. And also, I am writing a diary of Ayman actually named, and I am trying to make it hilarious. Inshallah, I will show someday, some other day when I hope life will continue, or sometimes someday we will do it again. And another thing is, I really wish to do a social organization or a helping hand to the poor people because it hurts me the most whenever I see them suffering. I am watching TV and playing games. I am eating as much as I can. They can't even eat 2 times, and I am eating 5 to 6 times a day, 7 times a day. So I am just concerned about those people. I feel, pity inside me and very sad. I wish I could have done anything for them. And also, I really want to encourage and enlarge myself in Islamic knowledge. And I am trying to go to masjid whenever I can. Okay, the most of the times. So it's something we should do in this year as we of my age. If you are of my age, you are gonna give the SSC, and then the 6 to 7 months you are fully free. You can just go to the mosque and have some time there. Is of great use. And also there is a word knowing talim, or delivering Islamic knowledge after the Fajr Salah. So if you see there are varies from masjid to masjid, kind of Maghrib after Maghrib, not after Maghrib, sorry, after Asr, after Juhur, after Maghrib, anytime it can happen. So just sit there for half an hour. It's gonna really, really guide you back to the good life. And my fourth, wish is to write a diary, full diary, in a hilarious and funny way. I have a, very much passion of writing. Really love writing English and talking English, speaking English. English is something I really love. I love Bengali the most, the language, the letters, and the flag, the country. It's like very much beloved to me, and I love it very very much. Love Bangladesh very very much. But the language English kind of attracts me, and writing poems, stories, and etc. in English. I want to go to the next level, and I am kind of getting old. Inshallah, January 17th, I will be 17 years old. So I am starting to feel I am growing up. So I want to get some, maturity in my behavior, in walking, in studies, and also want to take the liability of my family, not by earning money because I'm not yet capable of doing that, but by doing the household works, by doing the shopping. I do that already, but still getting more matured. So just of all, I want to say that developing myself and my society is the main thing. Every person should
Exactly.
dream, and I am also dreaming the same thing. And I want to develop my English a lot because I really want to be a speaker of Islam and preach Islam in countries, English-based countries. Most of them are Christians and other religions, rather than being Muslims, and making YouTube videos in English so that many people can see Islam from all over the world. That's my thing. Just developing
Okay,
myself
thank
in.
you very much. Thank you very much for your time, and your things is sort of things like you're getting back from bad things and you are trying to become a lecturer, or you are trying to become a Muslim preacher, which is very crucial. I think every Muslim child should wish to be like that, because Allah has poured a lot of ayats, and there are a lot of hadiths, some hadiths where we are encouraged to preach Islam, right?
Yes,
So if you want to preach Islam, then you must be a preacher and you have to be a speaker. So every Muslim should try to be a speaker only to preach Islam. So in this regard, your inspiration and your activities will inspire those who are not thinking like that. I think everything you said was very inspirational, which will help us, our young generation, to lead, to guide themselves in a correct way, in a erect way. So thank you very much. See you again, inshallah, someday in a live once again. And
I
till then,
hope
be
looking
happy.
for that again. Looking
Yeah.
forward to those
See you
meetings.
again,
Very
inshallah.
enjoyable.
Bye. Take care. Thank you,
Allah.
everyone.
Allah.